This up with crab rising, so the Cancer risings, the Uranian energy that you're feeling in your 11th house, that the feeling of change, of revolution, of liberation, of something abrupt happening, that is happening in your place of friends, groups, community, alliances, clubs, something to do with groups of people. It could actually, well, it could be with fans if you actually, produce things like you're an artist of some type or something, but it's usually friends, groups, wishes of the community at large, and how you fit into it. So the Uranian energy there is more like something changing that is revolutionizing, like are you part of this group? Do you not want to be a part of this group? Were you a part of it and now you're actually saying, yeah, it's really maybe not for me, or maybe this isn't me now. Maybe I was part of this sorority and this is like, it was my whole life or something, and now it's not. Or like, whoever your friends are, people that you hang out with, or an entire scene, maybe you were really into astrology, or really into the I don't know, a group of people, vegans, or a social justice group. This could be a lot of social justice like stuff, like to do with the greater good, the community, the bigger picture, not the self. And so that picture of the group is changing in some way. I don't know in what way. And it's wanting to change, wanting to bust out of this energy and break down the walls. But the Saturn energy is in your eighth, where it's kind of other people's money, assets. It could be it could be an energy exchange between you and other people, like something you owe to them, something they owe to you. It doesn't necessarily have to be money or assets, but it could be, and it could be money or assets from like government wills, inheritances, or something to do with taxes. Did I already say that? It's just, that Saturn energy sitting there kind of looming, this responsibility, the duty of, we have to go over this slow. This is the way it's always been done, where Uranus wants to break out and change. The group scenario or the greater good scenario is changing. But the Saturn is like, yeah, but, I don't know, if you change your affiliation with the people at the sorority and your country club and this and that, are you going to be cut out of the will because now you're going to be a BLM person running in the street with your vegan friends or something? I don't know. I mean, that's kind of being too cartoonish, I guess, but like, it could be literal, like something like that, where it's just like, the Uranian energy in your 11th it's like pushing you to change who you associate with, or like, your associations, the greater good, the community at large. And what does that mean? Or your community is changing. Maybe it's not on your watch. Maybe you're just like, this is happening and I am a part of it. Like the Saturn in the eighth might just be like, I don't want this change. I'm happy being locked down in whatever realm I have going with this old way of doing things with someone else's money. Oh, sorry, it's spouse's money too. I didn't say that. It's usually other people's money, spouse's money. But it could be something like, I'm happy doing that, and it's always worked that way. Now this whole community or this whole group that I'm part of is changing, and it's rocking the boat. Both of those areas of life are being kicked up right now by something. And then the Mars energy coming through in the second is saying like, yeah, but it's me. I have this identity. I have this individuality, and I have this firepower behind me that is demanding, my will, my vim, my vigor, like how I get up in the morning here is pouring through. That Mars warring kind of energy is pouring through the second house of your assets, of your belongings, of your money. And it's kind of like, well, screw these people. I'm going to just bust down the door. I have this money. I'm going to demand that, this Saturn, the Mars against the Saturn is just kind of like a no one wins in that situation. It's force meets force, and you get oppression or stagnation. I mean, not really even just stagnation, but like really an unpleasant opposition. It's just, Mars wants to break down the door, and with the firepower of your assets, your money, or something coming through in that realm of your assets or your money is getting kicked up. Like something is blowing through to make it like more urgent or more just more aggressive in some way, in that way. And it's hitting up against that Saturn sitting, like we always do it this way, and it's very slow, in the eighth of other people's money, spouse's money, taxes, will, inheritance. And then that Uranian energy is like the 11th, wanting to just revolutionize how you are part of a group, maybe revolutionize what groups you are a part of, might revolutionize and change the groups that you were a part of, but now are not seeming like they want to, you don't want to really, or can't even assimilate into them anymore, because it just seems kind of not like you anymore. The Uranus energy just is changing from I was this, I'm doing this now. It's a complete change of rhythm. But what I'm telling everyone basically is just everyone's going through something right now. It doesn't matter where it's happening in their chart. Someone is going through something. And it's not the time maybe this weekend to have the big blowout unless you've been absolutely abused, maybe. I mean, this would be the time when things would have a blowout. But I would say for people who are just like having a normal life, I wouldn't really go forward and be like, no, we're going to have this, big blowout right now, if you can avoid it. If it can't be avoided, then so be it. But if you can avoid it, I would say, please, take a step back, think about it, let this simmer down a little bit until next week, where you're like, okay, now there's some breathing room. We can see, everyone can kind of come at it from a better place. And when you come at it from a better place, you won't have that lockdown, locked horns kind of feeling. It will just be like, it will still be frustrating, but it won't be as frustrating as, this head-to-head combat kind of situation that we've got here. So that's what I'm pretty much telling everyone, is take a step back and maybe just wait before you take absolute forceful action, if you can.